Greetings and welcome back to United Nations of Earth playthrough of Stellaris. So quick update, we have encountered the Hazar Pact over here. Our people thought they looked really neat, or were really delighted by their appearance, but we've had some pretty rough relations. They're trying to harm relations, we're trying to improve them, and we're rivaling each other. They declared us rivals first, so we returned the favor. We're butted right up against the border. They have stopped my expansion that way. Over this way we found Chor's Compass, which is the headquarters of the Caravanserai Caravan Coalition. We've also found a natural wormhole, and we found some abandoned robots on this tundra world. And right now we have found an alien vault filled with data storage devices, practically begging for some archaeological data recovery, and we're in the middle of that project. We are pushing over here to colonize these two worlds, an ocean and a tropical, and further exploration this way. We are recovering our third probe. It is in the territory of an alien we just encountered, and they are building an observation post, or they just completed building an observation post over this early space age primitive civilization, the Churks, which I forgot to look at. The Churks are xenophobes and fanatic militarists. They are lithoids, industrious, quick learners, and sedentary. Since they're xenophobes, they can still be enlightened. If they're fanatic xenophobes, you cannot enlighten them. But they're probably going to end up, the AI has a tendency to enlighten, so we're probably going to encounter a new empire soon when these guys are enlightened. We need 4 more months to finish this probe, hopefully before we get kicked out of this people's space or they decide to get aggressive and kill our ship. And then we've got to come back here to see where the towed signal of our probe went off to find the last one. We finished the excavation, archaeological excavation here, and unfortunately afterwards our scientist went mad, manipulated the sensors, say there was something wrong with stars, came over here, and then they discovered the problem. So we lost a good scientist. He was sent back to Earth for mental treatment. We have finally managed to start colonizing Bernard's star. Storm will be our colony. The Cybrex had set aside an area of that as a preserve for organic life and pretty much left them alone, and they ended up dying off when the Cybrex left. We are still trying to get her a few more levels to knock out some more of these Cybrex anomalies. And we are still pushing our exploration this way. Oh, that looks like a dead end, so we'll hit that and then that. A lot of black holes over here. This area is getting a little dangerous. Black holes can be very dangerous when you have the Leviathans DLC. And we are patrons of the Artisan Troop. We're trying to get them in our borders, but my push right now is to go this way. And speaking of a push that way, I could buy that twice for less than what that cost, but I'm going to buy $250 so that we can go ahead and start producing another colony ship, since it will not be long now before we have Banus in our system, and I want to be ready to jump on with a colony as soon as possible. And then we will push for Sugalia 2. Then once we have 3 colonies starting to establish, we should be a lot better off. Now let's take a quick look at the victory conditions. Hazar Pack has dropped a rank. They were 17 earlier, and we have climbed a little bit. We were in the 800s, so we are getting closer to them. They probably still have twice our military strength. The AI tends to have on On Commodore difficulty, they have a sufficient bonus to their economy and their fleet capacity that they can usually field a larger fleet than me early in the game. But hopefully we can hold off aggression from them until we can basically get them convinced that we are not evil. That's the reason I've got so many people working on improving relations. I could drop my rivalry with them, but right now I need the influence for the expansion pushes. As for, it'll be 2 years before we get another expansion, and I think my first one is going to be Reach for the Stars to cut down on the influence cost. It will drop it by 7.5 to 67.5 instead of 75, so we can expand a little bit faster. Then I could actually reduce our empire size from systems and colonies, because it is getting a little large, and that is meaning we would need more fleet to get more power projection. Technology-wise, we won't get anything this year unless we get some breakthroughs in tech. It'll be next year before we unlock anything. So that is the current status update. If you are enjoying this series and would like to see it continue, please leave a like or comment down below. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them as well. I do read them and I value your input. And with that, we are going to proceed onward and see what happens. Oh, I almost forgot. We are investigating this message in a bottle on an archaic spaceship. And I believe our scientist is actually Colombian, because I believe his name is pronounced Ignacio Esquerra. So we have Ignacio here doing our archaeology now that he has actually picked up archaeologist as a trait. He excels at the study of alien artifacts and structural remnants in the field, which was a nice pickup when he leveled up. Now I have a dedicated archaeologist. It does kind of suck that it is combined with meticulous, because I prefer the meticulous guys to be the ones out doing surveys. It would be nice if she picked up meticulous as well as the anomaly research speed. That would be awesome. More likely to find anomalies and faster at doing them. Now I could kind of gift these people some food or something. Let's see if I offer a trade deal. If I give them some food, how do they respond? Well, they aren't really interested in food. One food would be enough to get 1 point. What about consumer goods? How do you like consumer goods? Well, they like consumer goods. I could give them 100 consumer goods to get a little bit of relationship bonus. They probably like alloys more. Let's see. About the same. What about minerals? I've got lots of minerals. What about 1,000 minerals? Oh, yeah, that's a jump right there. If I gifted them 1,000 minerals, that would really help with relations. And I could probably drop the rivalry as well. Let's, as much as I like the extra point, let's end... Okay, we can't end the rivalry for another 5 years, but I want to see what giving them 1,000 minerals does. It definitely will dissuade them from attacking for a bit, I believe. This is hardly sufficient tribute, but we will take it. Oh, well, let's actually click on this and see what it's done. We're up to negative 81, so it jumped quite a chunk. We'll see better next month. We'll let it run for 2 days and check it again. Yeah, it changed by 51, so we'd had quite a jump there. and we're still improving relations to counter their harming of relations. So we are keeping them, they've got to be to a certain point. They've got to be deep into tense and almost a terrible to declare war. So we are definitely going to dissuade them from yeah, they definitely don't want to be our subjects just yet. We can definitely dissuade them from attacking anytime soon, hopefully. Oh, and I did forget to check our current espionage level with them. 25. When you get up to 50, we can actually see a breakdown of where all these modifiers are coming from. If we go to the actual espionage tab, we do our kind of routine with each other. I do like to get an asset acquired, specifically one that has at least subterfuge, because so many of these use subterfuge, and the one I really like is stealing technology. Preparing sleeper cells is also a good one to do, because it will prevent it from decaying if I have to move the spy master somewhere else for like a first contact or something. And it also boosts your operative level by 1 when performing other operations. So I like to get an asset, preferably one with subterfuge, and then prepare sleeper cells before I start doing other operations. And yes, I am running cooperative, which makes these more expensive to run, but I will still run them as cooperative if I need to against enemies.
The special project has concluded.
The vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Science officer Ariana Marino asserts that the huge blocks of ternary code found in the databanks are neural images, digitized brain scans. Doubtless the aliens of Stellaris Prime considered this their last and only shot at any kind of survival, following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the impossibly small hope that eventually someone else would have those means. Now we could gain a chunk of engineering by just ignoring it. Half of that if we decide we do not have the technology, but download their neural patterns for safekeeping. And we'll do that. Now this is actually a barren world. Some calamity completely destroyed the habitability of their world. Yeah, we encountered an outpost first. So this is the same thing we got when we first encountered them. And now this next stage, the completion of it, should be related to what stance they're in, I believe. Made contact for aliens in Stellaris. We call them Morphes. They are hostile. They came through the wormhole. Okay, this is the space amoebas. And they can come through unstable wormholes. Now, we're immediately going to flee this system, probably. Yeah, we're on evasive. Actually, let's switch to passive so you finish this survey, and then we're going to run away.
Anomalous readings registered.
Alright, we're going to leave that be for now because we've got to get away from these space amoebas. Briefly detected, this is unusual energy readings. We've probably seen it before. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this planet. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. So let's go ahead and push up here to survey that system, then hit that one, and then that one, and hopefully these space amoebas will wander a different direction. Now, there's no rush on me completing this contact. I'm going to wait till I'm done with the other one and use that envoy over here. Where are they headed?
Construction completed.
It looks like they're headed on a beeline for this gas giant. So they're probably going to feed on that gas giant. Alright, we have finished that research station. We are on our way back to that area. So I wonder if the next first contact is also going to be called the Morphes. That's the danger of wormholes, is that certain spaceborne aliens can still go through them, even while they're unstable. So we're going to get the hell away from them and go survey another system. Our president has gained a level. Yeah, high difficulty on this. They're probably on a hostile or a isolationist stance. Just one more month and we can get the hell out of here. Earth has about 6 spare jobs. I don't need to queue up any more. And we'll have our first robot in 2 years. Barnard Star will be fully colonized in 6 months. And I actually have enough to queue up another colony ship, but this one's still got 9 months before it's done, so there's no point in tying up all of those alloys right now. I could upgrade a space station. I mean a starbase, but I would like my next 2 starbases to be over planets I'm going to colonize. I tend to like to do that, even though that means that those stations have to collect the trade value for my colonies and send it back to Earth. I like to do it that way because there are modules you can put in buildings you can put in a starbase that will assist with automatic resettlement chance. All right, now let's go back to evasive. All right, go ahead and start surveying this. Actually, damn it, I want to survey the planets over here first. There we go. I want to, just in case they end up coming through here, I don't want to be over here surveying stuff. And then after you finish with that, we'll go there and then there. And hopefully they'll be gone before we come back.
The special project has concluded.
We've recovered the sublight probe in the manward system. The sensor telemetry it has collected over the years has provided us with a complete survey of all planetary bodies in the system. So yeah, now we know everything in this system anyway. And we're going to go back through here and it should trigger the ion trail that we were trying to follow previously. As we expected, the interior of this solar sailor is appropriately archaic. The bridge resembles the deck of an old planet-bound sailing ship designed to sail on watery seas. The deck plating appears to be metal, but most surfaces are covered with carved wood, a contrast to the glass-like substance on viewports and data screens. Powering up the ship's computers, we have found a data file with an old-fashioned seafarer's song. According to our archaeologist, this melody was once known as a sea chanty or space shanty. We are attempting to transcribe the lyrics. This is a fun one, and it's pretty easy. It's low difficulty. We have found our missing probe. A small fleet of jury-rigged ships has been detected in the Romanox system, and one of them has the probe locked in a short-range tractor beam. They are hailing us. What do you want, alien? This probe ours. Salvage. We find first. You leave now. Yes? Interrupting delicate operations. Your ships are. Must concentrate. Or, if you want probe, we can sell. 100 credits and probe yours. Good deal. Very good. You get probe, less work for us. Everybody wins, especially us. So I could tell them to surrender a property already destroyed, but yeah, 100 energy credits, not a problem. You drive a hard bargain, but very well. But before we do that, I want to click on the system and see if I see their ship. I don't. Very good, very good. We release probe into your care. Maybe a bit banged up. There was an accidental collision during salvage operation. Migwai fell on controls. Clumsy oaf. But probe still in good condition. No refunds. We depart now. Oh, there they are. They're corvettes. Little salvage fleet. The salvagers kept their word and transferred the probe over to our controls. As soon as the transfer was complete, the fleet departed the system on an unknown heading. Although the probe is in rough condition, we managed to download detailed sensor readings of the entire Romanox system from its memory banks. We have successfully collected all of our missing sublight probes. The detailed information they held on our culture is now safe from prying alien photoreceptors. With their combined sensor telemetry, we have been able to fully survey a number of additional neighboring systems. Well, that got us 1,000 energy credits, so that 100 we paid them was nothing. So that completed that quest chain. Excuse me. And I'm on my way to survey these last two systems. After that, I think this guy's going to push this way, since there is a species over here somewhere. I could start building some hangars here, just in case these guys turn hostile, but I think I've done sufficient to dissuade them. I mean, our relations are going to be dropping a little bit, but we're keeping it in neutral, and I can always throw more resources their way to kind of keep them at bay. I'm kind of banking my things. I could finish out this fleet, but I'm kind of banking my alloys right now. I am going to go ahead and build this outpost, because this guy's a little busy, and then it'll take him months to get over there, so I should get the influence by then. Oh, that's another area with alloys in it. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I want to get this, is the alloys.
A new world has been colonized.
We've established the colony Storm. Alright, first building I want to build is a gene clinic. It'll take a year. Now I can discuss what I was talking about, the colony designations. So starting out, as long as you're below population 5, you can select colony, a balanced settlement, and a bold new frontier. This boosts stability, amenities, happiness, and automatic resettlement destination chance. So we're going to start with that one as long as we can, because the start out amenities and stability really help the colony develop. As for other types, mining world, agri world, and generator world, they all boost output of that type by 25%, and the build speed for those districts by 25%. So that's the reason I like to specialize in a particular type, because the combination version, rural world, it boosts all the district build speeds by 25%, but the output only by 10, but it's all worker pop output. Like an agri world, it'll boost your farmer output by 25%. Now, let's go back to Earth. Technicians and farmers, their base value is 6 on what they produce. They produce 6 food. Technicians produce 6 energy base. So 25% increase is 1.5 per farmer or technician. Miners' base value is 4. 25% is 1 extra mineral per miner, basically. Now, mining world also boosts your strategic resource gatherer output. If you have a planet that has like mote harvesting or crystals, those are your strategic resource gatherers. It'll boost their output by 25%, meaning you get more strategic resources. which is really good. So mining world is one I really like if there are multiple strategic resource outputs on it. But all of these are pretty good to help with your base economy. Industrial world, it reduces artisan and metallurgist upkeep. Well, what is their upkeep? Their upkeep is minerals. An artisan's upkeep is 6 minerals, and I believe a metallurgist, let's switch back to Earth, a metallurgist is 8 minerals. No, it's also 6. 6 minerals for 3 alloys. Yeah, okay. So 10% of that is less than a mineral. So let's say I had 20 industrial districts. So I would be saving myself, what, 0.6 times 40 people? Well, actually 20 is a lot. Let's say I had 10. So that would be 20 people. I'd be saving myself 12 minerals. If I also had 10 miners over here running the mineral thing, I'd be earning, 10 minerals. So I'm really not impressed by the upkeep reductions. They're not that great, honestly. But Forge World and Factory World are useful designations because instead of an industrial district being 1 artisan, 1 metallurgist, these designations can make it where it's all metallurgists or all artisans, which is very good. That means that you can specialize a world into a particular type of production. Refinery world boosts the build speed and output of the refiners, and they're specialists that create strategic resources at the cost of minerals. That's a fairly good designation if you spend a lot of your building slots on refineries. Tech world increases the build speed of research labs, but not the upgrade speed. So it's only to build the initial research lab. And it reduces researcher upkeep, which was consumer goods, which is meaningless to me. So I was disappointed in Tech World. Tech World should have boosted the output of researchers. Fortress World is a really horrible one to me. It boosts the build speed of strongholds, reduces orbital bombardment damage, and increases defense army damage. Well, the only real reason to have this running is either you're going to be building a lot of strongholds or you think the world's going to get attacked. After that, if neither of those cases are true, there's no reason to be a fortress world. Unification Center is another decent one because it boosts the output of bureaucrats by 10%. That's more unity. It also reduces their upkeep a little bit. Their upkeep is also consumer goods. That's meaningless. Now, if Tech World did this, 10% output minus 10% upkeep to researchers, might have been worth it. But the best one, the one that most of my worlds turn into, is Urban World. That reduces all building and district upkeep by 10%. And advanced buildings use strategic resources. So reducing your strategic resource upkeep is good. It also boosts the trade value of the planet. Every planet will have trade value. It's based on the population. So that's a little bit more energy credits. I wish they had used Urban World as the standard for every designation. It reduces an upkeep, building and district. It boosts build speed for that particular type, city districts. It boosts an output for that type. City districts produce clerks, which produce trade value, so trade value is boosted. Mining world should have also reduced an upkeep. The upkeep of mining districts more than like maybe 20%. Same for Agri World, Generator World. Industrial World should have reduced the upkeep of, well, it can reduce the upkeep of artisans and metallurgists, but I would prefer it reduce the upkeep of the industrial districts instead. And it should have boosted the output of artisans and metallurgists. Just like Tech World should have reduced the upkeep of research buildings and boosted the output of researchers. And that was one of the things I did when I created my own mod, was make all of these designations something you would want to designate a world to be and stay on that designation. As it is, a lot of these you just want to switch over to for the building bonus and then switch off of it and go back to something else. Like I said, the only 3 I really usually end up staying on permanently would be Urban World, Mining World, or Unification Center. Those are the only 3 that I really keep, because I don't really specialize worlds too often. I've been trying to do it, but a lot of times I just prefer straight up industry, because I usually need both consumer goods and alloys in large quantities. And rather than having one planet do one and another do another, since later on one of the buildings you get boost both artisans and metallurgists at the same time, it's usually better for me just to leave them as generic industrial districts and just run Urban World to reduce overall building and district upkeep. But yeah, I was a little disappointed in how they ended up with the designations. Most of them are useless to me. Now, the habitat designations are different. You go to the habitat designation for tech, it's boosting the output of researchers. Why didn't the planet side do that? I don't understand. But enough ranting about my colony. So we've started construction on the gene clinics. It'll take a year. And when I get that done, these colonist jobs aren't that great. They provide 3 amenities, 1 defense army, and 1 food per colonist. When I get the medical workers up, they will add population growth, habitability bonus, which is going to offset upkeep and increase growth and increase resources from jobs. And they provide more amenities. I think they provide 5 each. So instead of providing just 3 amenities, they're providing 5. I usually build a gene clinic, close out the colonist jobs, and have the people who would be working colonist jobs be my medical workers, because it's going to help the planet grow and help offset habitability.
Construction completed.
Yeah, it's going to take him 4 months to get there. I won't have the influence by then, actually. Oh, Sastrum. I haven't looked at that system. Okay. Found another dig site up here in Srudma. It is any other rock. I'll worry about that if I can actually get it, but I think most of these systems are going to be mine, because I'm going to try and get up to this choke point, and jumping over Chor's Compass with just one of them would pretty much allow me free reign over here. And I do want that wormhole in my system. And that, and because there are 2 alloys. Yeah, I definitely want to get to that system. And having a black hole is always useful. Alright, Sol Station is almost done with its colony ship. I'm going to go ahead and queue up another colony ship, because it won't be much longer after that I'm ready to go for that system.
Anomalous readings registered.
I just noticed the name of my other construction ship, the Susquehanna. I didn't actually look at it when I first built it. Odd readings. While scanning the asteroid belt, our science team found some sort of irregularity. That is 2 levels above her. This is the one that is really good at anomalies, so it'll only take her 7 months. I'm going to have her research it. How close is she to a level? She's fairly close, but I'll just go ahead and let her do it now. Alright, so now we have immigration off of Earth. Now we're offsetting the immigration push with our immigration pull, and that's because of free jobs. So if I want to boost the population growth on my colonies, I need to let the number of available jobs on Earth dwindle. So I'm not really going to build up Earth much more right now. Well, I can't. I've built all my districts anyway. At best, I can shuffle districts around. But yeah, we're just going to let Earth catch up to its available jobs right now, and build up or reduce the pop so that we have more push over to this world to boost its output. Right now, It's getting about 0.4 more growth than Earth does.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Thorough cataloging, gene sequencing, and computer modeling of exobotanical ecosystems, coupled with gene editing and dispersal mechanisms, will allow us to reshape alien plant communities to our liking. Alright, now we can get... Now we could get eco-simulation and boost our farming output. As we grow, we are going to need more food. We do have a biologist we can stick in here again. We might even do biodiversity studies, because we are getting quite a bit from jobs. 20%. I think we have 4 researchers. That'd be about 3.2 more research. That would bump us up to 50. That might actually be worth it now. Let's do that one first. Get our biologist. He's in the Kelvin. Get our New Worlds guy back out there doing surveys, or assisting research rather. Yeah. So that's the way I like to do it. I like to have the researchers I want to swap out doing research assistance, because that's giving a little bit more research as well. Now we can start clearing the blockers on Bernard's star, but we've got some little construction to do before we worry about that. But now that I have that, when I go to other planets with jungle, this one has a dense jungle. This one has 3 dense jungle. I can be clearing those while the colony is first being built.
Construction completed.
Build those mining stations, and then we'll get this choke point. Where are you? You're way over there. I'm going to put you on passive, because I don't want you to interrupt your progress because the Space Maeve has come into the system. We've caught neither sight nor sound of the ogres for some time now. Our researchers find they have little information to go on and worry that the trail may have gone cold. So we lost a couple of insights. We still have a decent chance for a breakthrough.
Research concluded.
Afterburners. These powerful thrusters provide additional combat speed, but consume a great deal of power. There's a nebula over here if we can get to it. We're going to be competing with them to push that way though. There's also a nebula up here. We are getting a significant amount of resources from stations. So this would be a good one to grab. But we're also really close to somebody who is rivaling us. So it might be a good idea to upgrade our ships. I'm going to focus on economy though. Let's get the 0G refineries. We'll have them fairly quickly. And I only have like a materials specialist. Yeah, and I'd rather have her out surveying anyway. Was there any materials stuff? Yeah, the armor. But yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Our colony ship is built. Let's go ahead and start sending it there. It's going to take over almost 2 years to get there. Year and a half.
Anomalous readings registered.
Scans indicate the presence of a foreign alien-made object on one of Sastrum 6A's many frozen mountaintops. Something smells. Now, every successful first contact we do with an empire, not with enclaves, not with spaceborne entities, gives us more skill bonus, which makes it easier for us to do more.
System survey concluded.
Immediately after we completed the restoration and reactivation of the data files, a thrumming musical cadence surged throughout the ship, accompanied by the auto-tuned voices of ancient mariners. Transcription follows. Come, all you young spacefarers, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of our fish from the sea. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Up come the solar winds, taking us far, all through the space lanes and out to the stars. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Already got a chance for breakthrough on the next one. The UNS Lagrange has recovered an elongated metal box from the surface of Sastrum 6A. Clusters of small perforations on 5 sides lead Science Officer Giovanni Marchetti to believe it is not a container, but some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicions as trace aromatics still emanate from the object. A special project has been issued to confirm whether this might be an information-carrying device constructed by some alien race communicating primarily through the secretion and reception of atmospheric-borne chemical compounds. Smells.
Situation log has been updated.
Alright, go ahead and research that project. It'll take 30 days. That's pretty quick. We have discovered an alien ship adrift among the asteroids surrounding QH-234. It is not responding to our hailing signals. Whether this is due to being unable to interpret our signal or perhaps some other reason, we do not know. Science Officer Ariana Marino recommends that a construction ship be dispatched to tow this stricken vessel out of the debris field. If left untouched, there is a risk the alien ship may be crushed by asteroids. A special project has been issued to rescue and investigate the ship.
Situation log has been updated.
We have 3 years to get over there. After you finish this mining station, we're going to send him up there. Hopefully these alien vessels are gone. If they're not, we could be in trouble. What was their strength? 560. What is our fleet strength? 737. We might have to send our fleet over here to get rid of these alien vessels. Alright, we are beginning Banus, and it's still over a year before the UNS Byzantium gets there.
The special project has concluded.
The box is indeed a document of a sort. Science Officer Giovanni Marchetti admits that they had been hoping for a historical record or some other kind of codex significant to whatever culture left it behind, but they were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives which, going by the rapid changes in odor toward the end of each sequence, are intended to surprise or be interpreted as comedic. The techniques used to store and reproduce specific smells is of some interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew of the UNS Lagrange are left with the uncomfortable feeling that they have unwittingly become intimately familiar with what certain gaseous byproducts of alien digestion smell like. However, Giovanni Marchetti is unwilling to speculate as to why the box was dumped on this frozen hellscape of a planet. Oh, she leveled up from it too. attempts to learn more about the ogres have so far been in vain. While we were easily able to ascertain they clearly form part of a technologically advanced alien civilization, further facts have proven elusive, as they seem to be going to considerable effort to prevent us and any other eavesdroppers from intercepting any signals from them. I believe this is the same response we got from I think at the time they were called chameleons or something like that. The Hazar Pact. We therefore only managed to intercept small fragments of their language so far. However, from the glimpses we have gleaned, our linguists are confident that they will be able to decipher their communications if we can just acquire a greater sample size. Yep, they're also listed as hostile. Damn it. A lot of hostile alien encounters. These guys look like goat men. Now, I really want to get away from that first contact location so that they don't decide to assault us for information. We haven't found much in the way of peaceful aliens so far, empire-wise. We did find the caravans and the artisan troop, and both of them were relatively nice. Just 2 more things to survey here, and then we'll be working on this system.
Construction completed.
Alright, let's see about getting you over there. They were there, so we might be able to jump in from here. Let's pop up here and go all the way around this way to go there, just to give them a wide berth. Yeah, we've only got a little over 2 years. How long is it going to take you to get where I told you to go? 5 months. Oh, Storm was done with its construction. I wasn't even paying attention. Alright. We are going to close out these colonist jobs. Next, we are going to build a city district. That will give us another building slot, and with that other building slot, we're going to build a robotics factory. And then we will start building up mining jobs here. Speaking of robots, 9 more months until we have our first one done. We'll go ahead and reinforce First Fleet.
Construction completed.
Alright, now, we could colonize from here, but you see my ship is not listed on the options. That's because he has a current order. Now let's cancel that order. And yeah, we can just use him, but we got to rename the world now. Euxenia? Euxina? Alright, so you build your mining stations and then move there.
We have detected an anomaly.
Heated rhythm. Sensors pick up rhythmic movement on the hellish surface of Kazoo 3. Alright, about to see what's in this system. Dandar. Just a handful of planets. Wait, did that say 3PO? Yeah, that's 3PO.
Research concluded.
By giving control of the colony ship to an artificial intelligence, the crew and colonists can be suspended in a deep sleep. Alright, how much are we getting from research stations? 4, 10, 8... See, do we want to get research station output now? or survey speed. That would take 2 years. That would take 4 months short of 2 years. Yeah, let's get the survey speed, just so we're quicker at surveying areas and can move on. Have more chance of getting anomalies faster to really boost our research. We should be getting our other 2 techs this year as well. And I think I'm actually going to go for the colonization fever first, so that my new colony... Well, no, I've got years to do that. Yeah, we're going to get Reach for the Stars to reduce our influence cost, so that when I go to claim this next one, it doesn't cost quite as much influence. The measured pounding observed from orbit is the motion of immense and ancient geothermal extractors, breathing their last. Built and then abandoned at some point in the distant past, the vast batteries of disintegrating machinery have been pumping up superheated fluids from the planet's core ever since. Their storage capacitors are all broken or leaking, but some energy can still be siphoned from them. Reach for the stars. The frontiers of our star nation are being pushed ever forwards. Soon, nothing in this galaxy will lie beyond our grasp. So yeah, 4 years, or 3.5 years before I can get the next one. I'll probably get colonization fever, just to have an extra pop when my colonies pop up. I don't know why. Yeah, I have the other colony ship up. There it is. Go ahead and move to that system. It'll take you almost 2 years. And we will go ahead and queue up our last ship there to have this fleet full when it is done with that construction. Yeah, they're over there. I should be able to skirt around them. Actually, I don't need to skirt quite like that. I can go this way to there and then to there. Just like that. Should be faster. As we explored the ship, further attempts to power it up and recover its data files unlock more stanzas of the original of the ancient space shanty. The ship's holographic display vibrantly projected images of sailors and spacefarers, singing and dancing in accompaniment. Up comes the great dragon in search of our home, through space to a place that's beneath waves and foam. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds blow. Out to the galaxies, steady she goes. Up comes the Yankee, the king of deep space, racing our ships in a hyperspace chase. Chorus repeats. Up comes Leviathan, tentacles grasp, choking our ship as we shiver and gasp. Chorus repeats. They have no shields, just armor and hull. They're just kind of placidly feeding on that gas giant, it appears.
Construction completed.
Alright, now we're on our way. It'd take us 4 months to get over to Sugalia. We probably won't have the influence by then. First fleet is at full strength. Let's go ahead and recruit an admiral. I can only recruit the eager one. That'll work. We'll recruit an eager admiral, Gerhard Brandt. And I might need to clear out those amoeba. I'll be on standby. I'll go ahead and go... Actually, I'll go to Chores Compass. I've got an 810. They are... I can't see it right now. They're 560. I should be able to do it, but I'm going to take some losses. I'm not geared to fight space amoebas. Space amoebas, I do know how they fight. They basically have this big one is a carrier. It sends out little fighters. Basically, I should have more point defense, and they should be flak batteries, not the sentinels that I have. And since they have no shields, my mass drivers are not best. I should have lasers. Alright, now we have unspent trait points because we have created our first robot. So I'm going to create some robot templates because I like to specialize my robots. So first we need to make... Let's use this one. We need to make some technician robots. Synthetic Technician 01. There we go. And what we're going to do is give them superconductive. That gives them bonus energy credits from jobs. Now let's give bulky. Actually, no. Let's give them high bandwidth to give them mass-produced and durable. So they'll produce a little faster and have cheaper upkeep. Alright, now we're going to create more templates along this line. We're going to modify that template. And now we need to make some synthetic harvesters. And I like to use that model and just swap out superconductive for harvesters. Create a new template. Modify this template again to make some synthetic miners. And we'll use this spider model and swap out superconductive for power drills. And create one more template and just a generic synthetic worker. And let's use actually, let's use that model for the synthetic. No, let's use this model for the synthetic workers. And we're going to swap out superconductive and durable for efficient processors. Just 5% more resources from jobs in general. Alright, so we've got some robots. Yeah, they have plus 200% habitability. They're immortal. These guys are highly efficient processors, increased all potential workloads and endurance of all units. All of them are mass-produced. Streamlined production cycles and modular designs allow for unit mass production at an unprecedented rate. That means they assemble a little faster. And I gave them all high bandwidth which improves their empire size from pops because it gives me points back. Each individual unit sends and receives a large amount of largely duplicate data, causing exponential lag as the number of units attached to each central processing hub increases. Now, the power drills and the harvesters, oh crap, I overwrote the other one. Modify template. This should have been yeah, and we should have had durable. I overwrote the technicians, damn it. Technicians. Change our picture back to the Danger Will Robinson look. So yeah, these are durable, protected by exoskeletons of chrome-plated titanium. These heavy-duty machines were designed to excel under harsh conditions and require less maintenance. And the superconductive, all of these other bonuses, let's create this template. All these other bonuses make them specialized for a particular job. Harvesters, a suite of tools from nutrient solution diagnostics and on-site balancing to per-stalk micro-threshing, enables robotic workers to increase produce yields. Power drills, outfit a robot with a battery of power drills and everything looks like a mineral deposit. And superconductive, the use of superconductive materials in units has cut energy transmission losses to 0%. So we have a bunch of specialized robots, so that way I can build specific robots for my planets. Now we're going to go to Storm. It doesn't have an assembly plant yet. But here we have just produced a robot, so I can change the type. We are primarily going to be a power world, so I'm going to start producing these technicians. Now right now, it would take 50 months for me to churn out this one because I'm getting only 2 per month. It's only going to take 44 months to churn out these specialized technicians, and they will have lower upkeep when I churn them out. But I've got one generic robot left now. So what I'm going to do is I need to go into this and apply a template to it. How close are we? We're 7 months away from the mining station output. Now if I go back to species, if I were to make this a miner, let's apply the template to the one robot I still have. The cost is outrageous for just changing one fucking robot.
Situation log has been updated.
It would take 2 years for me to swap that one robot to have all these traits. But I'm going to do it. Even though it would delay me getting these mining station output, I want to get the one robot I've already built switched over. So 2 years. 2 years and 3 months. And I will have that one robot switched over to a miner because I do plan on moving him over to Storm. I can do resettlement of robots and it'll only cost me like 100 energy credits. But after he is done turning into a miner, by then Storm should have some mining districts online. So that's all done. I now have my specialized miners. Now one of the complaints I have about it, when you unlock droids, your robots can now work specialist positions. And it doesn't look at their traits and say, what job are they best at? When it's looking at who's going to fill a job, it looks at habitability and say, who has the best habitability? Let's stick them in here. Which kind of sucks because sometimes a robot, even though it has better habitability than a human or another species, that other species has other traits that make it more inclined to that job. And just because I'm on a crappy habitability world, sometimes it will make my entertainers, pull my entertainers from down here, like if I had, say, harvester droids. It'll pull my harvester droid up and stick them in the entertainer slot just because their habitability is better than a human, even though a human might be better than them at that job. And they are definitely better at being the farmers than a human is. So I do have some complaints over how the AI chooses who works what job. I think it should take into account the traits and basically have a preference for the job that is best for that species. So if I create a technician droid, its priority should be to be a freaking technician. But yeah, rant over on that. I'm gonna grab a smoke.
Knowledge is the key
All right,
to
got
the
about
universe.
2 months before I get to this Adrift project. Studying the different forms of life that appear on our world helps us better understand ourselves and the life that surrounds us. Oh, I can get the epigenetics triggers to uplift that species when I get to them. I think I will go ahead and do that, even though the logistics office would be nice. Actually, pretty much all of these would be nice, but I'm going to get the epigenetics triggers. Yeah, about this species modification, one of the things that annoys me is it has such a high initial cost. Like I think 1,500 is the base, and it's only adding 260 for doing one robot, and additional robots won't be quite as expensive. I think it should have a lower base cost and more cost per additional robot that you're modifying, so that you could cheaply, early in the game, modify like 1 or 2 robots. After years of uneasy development, a rift has appeared above Earth. Unnervingly, this is the exact same day as instructions we found before the end. There's only one thing to do: send the notes into the rift and forget this ever happened. So we're closing the loop on that unexplained insights, and it's going to boost our monthly unity for 10 years. Okay, so yeah, we got the research bonus for 5 years, I think it was, and now we're going to get a unity bonus for 10. Greetings, patron Dolores Mwanga. We have come up with a gorgeous new type of architecture, specifically tuned to improve crowds' understanding of one another. A ministry of culture. It functions thanks to a mix of using the populace's subconscious bias against each other and art, then smashing it all and presenting a new form of unity. Would you like to purchase this building? It will surely prove useful to binding your empire together. It's a bargain, if I say so myself, at 2,000 energy credits. Yeah, I think I will get that. Because I tend to turn Earth into a admin office, and that would be a good addition to it when I start changing these research labs out to admin when I find a better research world. Right now, I don't think I have really found a better research world. Yeah, none of those worlds are really exceptional at research. But I will eventually do that. I could always turn another world into a unification center anyway and put it over there. I don't have to put it on Earth.
We have detected an anomaly.
Sensors report a shipwreck of unidentified origin has been sighted in orbit of Halimar. She's level 5 now. Alright, now how quickly can she do a level 8? Less than a year. Level 10. Less than 2 years. So yeah, after she's done up here, I will probably, I might use this ship to get over to the level 8s. Or I might wait until my archaeology is done and swap her out with the archaeologist. We have a breakthrough chance to finish up this so I can start on the space amoebas. Our linguists have recently made a significant progress toward decoding the language used in the signals from the ogres. Apparently they now believe themselves to have a solid grasp of the fundamentals and promise they will be able to report further findings soon. Yeah, we have a really good chance. We should get it in 50 days. Our crew aboard the UNS Aldrin reports that the Halimar shipwreck appears to have been the result of an unexpected geomagnetic solar storm. The supply ship suffered a complete loss of life support systems and sustained inoperable damage, drifting until it entered Halimar's gravity well. There are no survivors. The ship's cargo hold does indeed contain a notable amount of minerals. However, the captain of the UNS Aldrin cautions that the construction indicates Hazaran design. It is likely that the minerals belong to the Hazar Pact, and they may be displeased should we lay claim to their shipment. It's only 300 minerals. I can get influence by giving it back. I'm going to do that. We will not risk an altercation. It'll also give us some goodwill. Our relations are still kind of negative. We're competing still. Espionage is climbing. We'll have more intel soon. We are equivalent in fleet power. They aren't stronger than us yet. Okay.
System survey concluded.
Alright, so we're getting out of Dandar and back to surveying this way. We should complete that before we get too close to them. Yeah, that's going to take more than 30 days, I'm sure. Hopefully they haven't claimed that system already and decide to close their borders on us. Alright, we can start building the Starbase Outpost now. Alright, we have open channels with the Fire Tribes of Kel.
An alien nation is hailing us.
They are an assembly of clans, which is democratic. They hold an election every 10 years. The government is a militaristic form of democracy where all free clan warriors can make their voices heard. They are hegemonic imperialist, which I'm not happy about, just like the other group. They are militarist. The only true virtues are courage and discipline, and channeled properly they can overcome any obstacle. Therein lies true strength. Force withheld, a promise made. And they are fanatic materialist. Although it hurts, we must grow up and put aside our outdated notions of morality. There is no divine spark granting special value to a living mind. No object has any intrinsic value apart from what we choose to grant it. Let us embrace the freedom of certitude and achieve maximum efficiency in all things. I represent the Fire Tribes of Kel. Our elected leader, Clan Speaker Jafab, hopes for a peaceful relations with your people, but know that we are more than capable of defending our way of life. We are delighted to meet you, Kelzin. Alright, before I start improving relations with them, I am going to send Julianne Sullivan over here to try and find out about these Morphes. We do have semi-decent relations. I need more envoys, damn it.
The special project has concluded.
Once the ship drifting by QH-234 was towed out of the debris, we were able to send in an away team to investigate. They uncovered a murder scene. Only one crew member has been found. A long-eared amphibian biped who appears to have been stabbed repeatedly. With its crew evidently dead, the ship is now up for grabs. It is fitted with a very efficient thrusters, the structure and design of which are beyond us at present. The vessel is not armed, seemingly having been used as a transport for important personnel. Repurposing it into an exploration vessel would be a minor undertaking. However, if we can deconstruct it and study the engines in greater detail, we may instead be able to apply its ingenious design to our own fleets. So we could get a free science ship, or we could get plus 10 sublight speed as an Empire modifier. Tear it down and study those engines. Alright, now we've got to reroute through here. I'm still on passive. So we're going to come in here, go this way, this way, this way, and then back to Chiban. Humans! We have received word of our downed supply ship's cargo. We would like to extend our gratitude to you for taking the time to recover it without need for Hazaran intervention. 100 influence and 1 favor, and 20% or 20 points of opinion. So that helped out a little. Yeah, we've got a chunk of unity. I keep calling it unity influence now. Yep, they have claimed this area. So yeah, we're not really going to be able... I'd like to at least get Lemza before they do, because that one does have trade value and exotic gases. But I don't think I'm getting down here, so this guy is just going exploring. My hope for expansion is now this way and this way. Oh, we have a planet here. A savanna world. I've already surveyed one. I still need a arid and an Arctic. The Broken Gates. Alright, so I guess I'm going to keep pushing on this way to get that archaeological site in my empire. Let's go ahead and make a third constructor, shall we? I'll go ahead and position it here, and then it can be nearby to get strategic resources as I unlock them.
System survey concluded.
I believe I could drop rivalry now. No, it's not until January of 2021. Upon entering Talassus, our sensors picked up strange readings, dismissed at first as glorified asteroids. Things quickly changed when it was discovered that these entities reacted aggressively to movement in space, even at great distance. Observation of these entities, preferably from a safe distance, is advised. Okay, it looks like they have left. So I can cancel all this weird movement orders and just go here. Alright, let's build the mining stations, and then the research stations, and then move to Marath. Let's cancel your movement and tell you to colonize this world. Nueva Cadiz. Oh, this colony is developing. I should probably clear the jungle. This entire region is completely overgrown with thick, impassable jungle. It will free up some rolling hills covered in greenery and fertile soil. So we're clear-cutting a fairly dense jungle to make farmland. Interesting. I have located them. Alright, we will survey this system at another time. Let's have you go back that way. Actually, damn it. Let's have you go here, go there. We need to skirt around these guys. And we'll just, from there, we'll just head over here to survey. We'll have to come back and get that at another time. And now that the immediate danger, I think, is past, I can send my fleet back home. I'm not going to have to fight these things, I don't think. Our archaeologists have unearthed a stash of potent potables. Were the sailors consuming these foul fluids? We will not ingest these strange fluids. Our exploration of the ship is already sufficiently intoxicating. Up come the lithoids, all hewn from their stone. These boulders are bolder when they are not alone. Then the chorus. Up come the necroids, all fearsome and great. You can't kill them, mateys. They'll reanimate. The chorus. Up come swarms of robots. Get ready to run. Fight 1, 10, a dozen, 1,101.
Anomalous readings registered.
By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this moon. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? Oh! Storm is already fully developed. I wouldn't, or has already finished its... I forgot to check. So we need a robotics facility. That'll take another year. The entities encountered by our fleet some time ago are new wondrous forms of spaceborne life. Quickly nicknamed Space Amoeba, following an analyst's gross misreading of initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average United Nations of Earth corvette. We should leave it be and remotely monitor the creature and its kin from Earth. Alright, we can learn to coexist.
An alien nation is hailing us.
No, it's not. Alright, so 33 months, 28 months... 91 months to pacify. Alright, we're gonna actually do that and put this on hold because I don't want to kill these things if I can avoid it. It's gonna take 91 months, but hopefully we'll find some good physics boosters in the interim. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Lawam 3A. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the UNS Azofi managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Alright, they have at least 3 colonies now. And you know, I forgot to assign my damn envoy to improve relations with this new empire. See if we can establish an embassy with them. An embassy on Kelzaka for the future betterment of the United Nations of Earth and Kel diplomacy, improving the effectiveness of friendly envoys and increasing intel on one another. They were really receptive to that. They're pretty close to wanting commercial packs and others, so I think it's about time. After I get done with expansion, I think my next one will be diplomacy. We've got our 2 medical workers now. We're about to have a robot assembly plant in about 9 months. That'll give us 2 spare jobs. I'd like to, when I'm building colonies that have immigration, I like them to have 6 available jobs at least, because that boosts immigration pull enough to give it a decent bonus. Crap, did they move back in here? Reroute that way. This will hopefully diffuse any existing tensions between our nation. We listening, but we determine for ourselves what is truth and falsehood, right and wrong. We are right, and what... I didn't get to read it all. Stay up there longer. Of course, I did start trying to read it late. There we go. That should route me around them properly. Alright, we finished clearing that first blocker. We still have about a year, actually 7 months, before the planet is fully colonized. This one will begin colonization in a month. Because I believe it takes 10 days.
Construction completed.
After they get in orbit before they decide to, or before they finish. And I think I'm going to go ahead and jump over here and grab these two systems afterwards, and then come back, because it's going to take a while to survey that. Yeah, I need to pacify these guys so I can get back in here and finish surveying that stuff.
A new world of opportunities awaits.
Alright, you've got 2 dense jungle I can clear out. One of them's covering the alien zoo, the other's covering a gas extraction well. A hotbed of aquatic plants, insects, and swamp gas. This wetland is characterized by slow-moving water and rich vegetation. This pristine valley lies sheltered amongst the surrounding mountains, its fauna shielded from roving predators. Oh, 3 dense jungle. Wild-torn vegetation clings to the high crags and stormy cliffs of these rainy mountains. Let's do Alien Zoo, then the Bubbling Swamp, and then finally the Tempestuous Mountains. And I should be able to get all of that done. I think they each took 6 months, so that's a year and a half. And it's going to take almost 2 years. It's going to be a year and 8 months. So yeah, I should get all of that done before it's fully colonized. Alright, let's put you back on evasive. And you as well. I think I'll push up this way. Next. Alright, once I complete these robot assembly plants, I think I'm going to go into mining districts.
We have detected an anomaly.
Impressive structures litter Odlamon Prime's surface, practically begging for some archaeological work. Oh, he's level 6 now. How long would it take him to do a level 10? Under 2 years. To do a level 8? 8 months. Yeah, he can actually research them faster than her now. Unless she gains another level soon. She's nowhere near, so I can keep her surveying for now. When he finishes this, he can actually go back and get these now.
Construction completed.
15 more days till I get the robotics plant. But it'll be 12 months before I have somebody to work it, I think. Unless I want to pull somebody out of the medical worker slot. Which I probably could to start working on building robots. Yeah, let's unspecialize that and see if one person leaves when the robotic assembly plant comes up and running. Yes. And let's make sure this is creating my miners. I'll have one in 44 months, because this is going to be a mining planet. Now, since this has population on it, I can actually see it's actually going to start the progress toward growing a human for this world, which is interesting. 1 year until I can boost my pop growth. Udlaman Prime is uninhabited, and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall cenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines deftly chart a history so fantastical, it must surely be fictional. Surely. Ooh, chunk of engineering research. That knocked 3 months off of that.
A new world has been colonized.
Alright, first building we're building, of course, is going to be the gene clinics. This will be a colony for now.
System survey concluded.
Hostile fauna, another society research bonus, or a research bonus. Be a fairly decent little research world, but it's a savanna. I can't colonize those. Going to take a long time to grow a human on Earth because we have so much immigration push off-world now. But we'll be able to churn out robots at a moderate rate, so that will start filling up our technician slots, and our humans will probably migrate to being clerks. Alright, we finished this archaeological site. Our exploration has revealed a glance of ancient history, displaying the zeal and courage of ancient explorers. Clearly the captain used this space shanty to motivate and coordinate the crew. Perhaps they even sang along. Our archaeologists are suggesting this performance should be preserved in a museum installation. As for the ancient melody, we've transcribed all the lyrics we could find and added them to our databanks. Our own sailors now have a habit of singing versions of their own space shanties, which should improve their morale and efficiency. We rose from the ocean and reached for the sky. We're building an empire that never will die. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. It's time to untether from this ancient vessel, casting off the hawsers as we set sail on solar winds, steady as she goes. That gives us the harmonious crew modifier, which is another 10 sublight speed. So we have 2 bonuses to sublight speed. The Empire has closed the loop and are relieved for it. And we've got 5 months left on our patronage of the arts, and we'll have to renew it in 2220. So now we have good bonus to our sublight speed. Let's go ahead and have this guy research that anomaly. It'll take him 8 months when he gets there. After I get that anomaly, how close are you to another level? Not very. After I get that anomaly, he's going to have a project that pops up from it, but we'll send him over to get that anomaly. So that'll be 2 more Cybrix relics, and then we probably will come back and get this one. Actually, we may swap with this ship and get that 8, so that would be 4. We'd need 5 and 6. Wait, there's another 8 somewhere, isn't there? Let's see, there's an 8. Oh, there were 2 8s over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've already got 1. I could get this other 10, or if I have a ship near here, I could get that other 8 faster. You're not in the middle of anything. Alright, let's change of plans. Let's have this guy just move there. That's going to take a year. We'll just move there. While it's getting all the way over there, we're going to replace this with our highest level experienced guy, Ignacio. And he is going to interrupt this by researching that anomaly. It's going to take him 4 months to get there, and then 8 months to research it. So by the time I finish that, this ship should be in position over here. And I can swap back to having the other person over here and have him start working on these anomalies and get the 2 level 8s. So that would be 3 of my level 8s. That would be a 4th one, which would leave me only 110 to really worry about. Because the other one should disappear when I get my 6th relic, so I don't need both of these 10s.
The special project has concluded.
Alright, we've completed modifications of the minor species. So let's check the population, see if the miner took over a mining job. It did not. Now it did. There we go. We'll move it off to Storm when Storm completes its mining district. Because Earth is going to focus on having technician droids.
Anomalous readings registered.
Strong energy emissions of an unknown origin make this asteroid stand out from the rest of its peers in the crowded asteroid field. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on our 2nd fleet.
Our sign ship is under fire.
That's not good. We've made first contact with the mysterious aliens in the Kachab system. For now, we've codenamed them Imps. Okay, this is a Marauder Empire. I can already tell you that. I think we have just lost Montgomery Scott. I think he is not going to warp out before he dies. That is a huge-ass fleet. Alright, we can break through that pretty quickly. Let's look at our contacts. These guys are superior. Superior fleet flower equivalent on everything else. Oh, we can form some pacts here. Let's form a commercial pact. Ever feel like your life is all about the have-tos and never about the want-tos? Here at the United Nations of Earth, we live for doing the things you don't want to do, so you don't have to. Enter a commercial pact with us, and... Alright, these numbers are backwards. It says we will get 2.79, and they will get 9.84. This is the fraction of our trade value, because we have a very low trade value. We have 2.79 is what we're going to generate 10% of our trade value for them. This is 10% of their trade value that we will get. So this is very effective for us. Now the research agreement. We have much to learn from one another. We propose creation of a research agreement. We look fairly equivalent. They have 10 technologies we don't. We have 7 that they do not. So we'll offer those 2. And what the heck? Let's guarantee their independence. That will give us more trust. But it'll cost us influence. Alright, this is going to be costing us some influence. They don't need our guarantee at this point. We can hold off on guaranteeing it. We'll guarantee later if we need to. But for now, I think they're the superior empire. Our guarantee means nothing. But now that I have got to, my envoy has sent out that, I can take the envoy who is there, I think, yes, Julianne, and have her start investigating these imps And they're going to be a marauder tribe, I can already tell you that. Now, am I going to survive?
Our science ship has been destroyed.
I did not. Montgomery Scott died. That is such a shame. So he warped into that system and died. So now I know there's no rush to expand this way. Nobody is coming this way because those are marauders. So this is the only way I have left to explore where I can expand, really. I will probably go ahead and slowly push this way just to get to this archaeological site. Yep, we lost Sir Montgomery Scott to marauders. It is a day that will live in infamy. I was pretty close to September 11th. In September, I think it was actually September 19th when he died. I'll have to go back and watch the video. All right, let's go ahead and start making our second mining district here.
Construction completed.
This particular asteroid is an extrasolar capture. It appears to have been washed by some kind of exotic radiation as it plummeted through interstellar space before finally settling in the Volgun system. The original source of the radiation remains unknown, but the UNS Aldrin has been able to pick up a wealth of physics data by studying the asteroid's energy emissions. Oh, that knocked 31 months. That knocked almost 3 years off of the amoeboid pacification. So we will have it in a little over 3 years instead of over 5. All right, Second Fleet has begun its appearance. All right, let's go ahead and replace this with a generator district. Actually, no. Let's replace this with an industrial district. We're about to have miners over on the other world. As a matter of fact, 22 more days and I'm going to shift a robot over here to start working the mines. There we go. We are going to resettle this robot miner over here. It's producing about 50% more over here. Oh, also, our prosperous unification will be ending the celebration, so our happiness and our amenities are going to and resources are going to drop a little bit at the start of next year.
Research concluded.
The addition of internal refineries on mining stations will substantially increase mineral production. All of these are good, and our empire size is starting to creep a little. Space torpedoes is what I actually want my ships to be, and instead of missile boats, I want them to be torpedo boats. They do significantly more damage. They're a little slower than missiles, but they do significantly more damage. They fire slower as well, but they tear down armor faster than hull. Destroyers will give me a new ship size. I don't have the fleet capacity for them just yet. Starhold, I haven't gotten all my star bases built yet. All of these would take a while, about 4 years, except for the strike craft. I could knock that out faster. That is a power usage of 17. What does my current missile have? 10. I've got the surplus power for that. That reminds me though, we need to add the afterburners to our ship designs. These boost the sublight speed as well as the evasion. Now all of them have sufficient energy to upgrade something here. Let's go back and look at this. Yeah, if I did the torpedoes, my missile boats, which I mainly use, would be a lot more effective. Damage would go, right now, this is an average damage of 10.18, whereas my missiles, yeah, it would double the damage output. I would like starholds, but I don't have the alloys to support upgrading them yet. Because if I could upgrade Earth to a starhold, I could extend the range of trade value I collect to grab these other two systems. That would add 5. I think that's all the trade value I would end up grabbing extra right now. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for the space torpedoes. Now, do I have a propulsions guy? Stop that. I have a materials specialist. Study of propulsions and trajectory, but we'll do that. We need to get some military upgrades going. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate the resources to building this starbase that's a leapfrog across, because it takes more influence to leapfrog. And once I get one over here, then it's cheaper to build along. That'll give me another archaeological site, and I want to get up here to the multiple alloys. It is going to take 3 years for me to be able to just go past these amoebas. But it'll be worth it. I am going to need another science ship, probably. Or actually, yeah, this guy's going to be busy with archaeological sites after I do these high-level things. So yeah, I need another science ship. I don't have the alloys for it just yet.
We are being hailed.
We have much to learn from one another, human. We proposed the creation of a research agreement, so they agreed. That's going to help build our relations because trust will start to build. And we did not immediately benefit from this in any regard. None of the research tech we are researching are ones they have. And I need to upgrade these fleets. That's going to suck down my alloys for a bit. Esteemed President Dolores Mwanga, a decade ago the United Nations of Earth pledged to support the artisan troop, and so you have. The time of your patronage is coming to an end, but we would be remiss not to ask, would you care to renew your subscription to the finest arts and crafts in the galaxy? Alright, now, it's still only costing me 1,000. I'm going to do it, yes. So we have renewed our subscription. We have a decent energy credit, and it's going to increase once I start getting my robots out. But it's been another 5 years, so we'll call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.